Hello, hello, everybody. Hopefully, you can hear us. Suzanne has now joined the
Yeah,
group.
I love the delay,
I know there's a
like,
little delay,
bloop.
but
I
hopefully,
can get transported in.
exactly. Hopefully, someone's in the chat that can let us know that you can hear us. I see Jeremy's in there. Hello, hello. And yeah, he says, these brave souls.
For
And
reals.
the reason why he's saying that is because we are going to take on Burncycle today by Chip Theory Games. Yes, and for those who don't know, Burncycle is a big one. We're gonna try our best to do all of them, but obviously, if the stream gets too long, we might just cut it a bit short. But to give you a good idea of how the game plays, I'm assuming people can hear us because no one has said anything yet. But
Yep.
yeah. There we go. Thanks, Tracy, for popping in. AV, all good. See, we have our regulars that come in and let me know. Hey, Mikhail, thanks for joining. And I'm sure this is a better time for you. It's not like 2 o'clock in the morning. So we appreciate you popping in. So, for those who don't know, I'm Mandi, and I'm here with Suzanne.
Hi, I'm Suzanne.
So, yeah, usually Suzanne does a lot of these things, all the talkings and stuff, but I'm really chatty today for some reason.
That's awesome. No, and I mean, you've had a really busy week and it's nice that we actually get to do this stream. We had a meeting, Mandy and I were going to meet earlier this week and that had to get canceled. So it's nice to see you and I'm really excited. Now, uh Burn Cycle is a cooperative game, right? In which we are agents taking on the big corporation. Now, Mandy and I have played this once together, and Mandy's played it a few times. I've only played it once. So, a little bit, be gentle with us. And certainly, if you see us do anything that you know is incorrect, let us know in the chat, and we'll do our best to correct that. But I will say Mandy is amazing. And I think that Mandy and I have really figured out a great system that here we are playing this pretty, like, from a tabletop perspective, it's pretty massive. And we're playing remotely, right? Remember, Mandy's in Canada. I'm in the Seattle, Washington area. And here we are collaborating to take down this corp. So well done, Mandy, on figuring out this layout. It's a lot of game to fit into the screen for a stream like this.
Yes, so if you are watching this on a phone, I'm sorry in advance because there's a lot happening on the screen, and this is the best I could fit it in. So you can see everything. So ideally, if you have a TV or even like an iPad or something, please go that direction. And yes, we've gone through the rules and we've had some input from Chip Theory with some questions we had. Doesn't mean we won't make mistakes. It happens. There's a lot going on. If you, as Suzanne said, if there's something you're like, this, we have a question about this, or maybe this isn't the right thing, let us know in the chat. I mean, we're open to obviously playing it the right way if we miss something. So
Yeah. And happy Canada Day, Canadian friends.
yes.
Mandy, I'm American, which means I'm largely ignorant about any other country beyond mine because that's how Americans roll. So, what is Canada Day about? Like, what is it celebrating?
Well, to be fair, and this is one of those things where Canada Day, I mean, it's always had a history. I'm kind of wearing a
Mm,
reddish orange today. I wanted more of an orange, but to support, children from the Indigenous communities in the residential schools, because that is important to Canada and how we're here today. So that is definitely something I wanted to address and make that known. So today, this Canada Day, even last Canada Day, with things coming up, it's definitely a different type of celebration, but we definitely want to make sure that we are remembering the people who allowed us to come here. So celebration in that respect, I guess, would be the way to say it.
awesome. Thanks for educating me a little bit on that. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
So very cool. Michael, I'm on a phone and in the middle of the woods with poor internet. This doesn't bode well. No, it does not. Oh goodness. So
Well,
there you go.
thanks for hanging out with us, though. We appreciate it. It's nice to have you here.
Yeah, because Michael is actually was the one who got me into a lot of chip theory games. Too Many Bones, and we've done a stream which is on the channel as well if you want to check that out. And I think that was like a 4.5 hour stream, so it's intense. But yeah, so thanks for that, and more people joining. Hello, hello. Hey, David's in there. Herbert's in the chat. Hello, hello. So should
Let's
we?
get let's
Yeah,
get to the board. We got
so,
some choices to make here.
some choice. Yeah, so we set up, but we have a few things that we still need to do as well. So let's go there. So
And
yeah.
again, let's remember Mandy's running the stream and running the game. So she's juggling a lot. So we're going to be nice to her.
Yes, so if I miss anything, I apologize, but there's a lot. So, oh boy, there's a lot happening on this screen right now. So just to give you a heads up before we start, you'll see here we have my board. It's a little bit smaller just because I had to accommodate for this track here. Suzanne's board, you'll see, yeah, she's pointing that out. So that's going to be like her area as well. Hers is a little bit bigger, so at least you can get an idea of what she's doing by looking at her board. We have the network board up here. We have the burn cycle down here, and this is going to be used quite a bit with our command module, which is bit we've decided to use today. And we are playing the kind of basic version, so we're not enacting any of the baddies that you'll see on the board. They have other abilities. We're going to ignore those for this particular stream, but usually those are something that we would enact, or we would make sure that happens. This is the main area, so this is floor 1, and we've set it up with caches and went right out of my head. Terminals, thank you. And we have some other tokens here, which we'll get to. So we've started setting up, but we haven't finished yet. We still need to determine if we want to get another slot for our burn cycle, giving us more actions. And if I want to potentially get some more abilities on my player board. I don't know if Suzanne's done that already, but
I have, but I can reverse it. So we have a starting energy level or power level, and so my character processor starts with 7, but then you can cycle or route this power to different things if you want to. And so, for example, I use 2 power to unlock the ability to assess intent, which is a special ability the processor can use once you've paid to unlock it. So I use 2 energy to do that, 2 power to do that. And then I did spend 3 power to unlock a better die because ultimately, a lot of the things that we're going to be doing rely on these dice rolls. And you start with these blue dice, but they have blank sides on them. And
yes.
blanks are no bueno. Where at least the yellow dice have no blank sides. But, and then that leaves me, so I have 2 blue dice because I have 2 power. And then I have 1 yellow die because I paid for it. Now, Mandi, to Mandi's point, the burn cycle is the really important actions that we can take. And we only have 2 right now. We can collectively, because we're a team, unlock a 3rd chip right now, but we have to pay for it collectively. And so maybe I could give back my yellow die to get 3 power to help pay for that burn cycle.
Right. Okay. Which is okay. So that's something to consider for sure. I see in the chat alternate views. This is it, everybody. I'm sorry with running the game, running the stream. This is as good as it's going to get. So if there is something that you really need to see up close, let us know. But I'm sorry. This is the best we can do. As for people talking about the layout, the table that I'm using is not very big at all. It's probably, I don't know, 5 by 5. Is that small? It's not very big at all. I don't even think it's 5 by 5. I think it's smaller than that. It's like one of those like little food tables or something that you would have, like that's a perfect square.
Like a card table.
Yeah,
I think it's a card
it's a card table.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. So this
Yeah,
fits on a
yeah.
card table minus a few things that you're not seeing on the screen. So if you have a table that size or a little bit bigger, you'll be fine. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Okay, so you know what? And there are a few things off screen just before we start. This is a Crucible. Put that up there. So that's the baddie that we're going to face on the 3rd floor if we get there. So that'll come in later. We also have objectives that we're responsible for. Okay, so on floor 1, we're playing with 2 players, so we need at least 1 bot to access a terminal. So that's what we're doing on floor 1 for right now. David, yes, I know you're kidding. You know how these streams go. And I think that's it. We have some chips and stuff, and I'll just kind of show them to you that I have off screen, and these are the baddies, the different levels. And these are some of the other chips. Some of them we're not using, but you'll see the caches and terminals. Yep. And then these are the action chips here that we're going to use.
And as is typical of chip theory games, right? All of these components are really high quality, and really nice to play with. And I don't know if it's obvious from the camera view, but the main board, all the boards are made out of neoprene.
Yeah.
And the main board is modular. So Mandi,
I'll show
those
them,
are little mats.
Yeah. So
there's a big board, but then all of those little rooms you see are these smaller neoprene mats that you lay out according to the scenario map.
Right.
And so that's really cool. So it means there's a lot of variability and reconfiguration within the game.
Yes, absolutely. Okay,
All right, Mandy. So what are you
so
gonna do with your power?
well, I really think I should try and unlock one of the actions. So the tokens down on the bottom here, it might be hard to see on my screen, but we start with one of the tokens.
That's right.
So
I
mine
start
is
with my
a blue one, which is going to be a utility action. We'll talk about those as we go through. But I could unlock one where I would get this not now, but later in the game when we do a reboot, I guess
a
you could say.
reboot.
Thank you. And it would be nice to have more of those chips because other than that, we're going to be running super low on action. So that costs 2. So I'm contemplating that. Or potentially getting some better dice because. But we also have
Right.
abilities, which are quite nice to unlock early
I
as
mean, we could
well.
try to go at it with just 2 burn cycle actions for the first round if you want.
Ooh, I really think we should do 3.
Okay, well, how much
Uh,
does it cost?
it cost
3?
3.
Okay.
So 3 power for that. And actually, it tells you on the board that it starts with 2 because they're green. And then the
Ah,
ones after, because I was trying to figure that out earlier. Okay, so how about this? How about this? How about this? Bow, 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 bow. I also have a power if I pay 2 power for it. Sorry, an ability if I pay 2 power. Tech, physical, and utility inputs on keypad cards are ignored during Access's keypad actions if a matching chip exists anywhere in the burn cycle. And I really feel getting that out early is good because unlocking
mhm,
doors is a bit of a thing.
yeah.
So that costs 2 power. So let's do that.
And the assess intent that I unlocked, and I know for some of you watching this may not make a lot of sense, but we'll explain it as we go through. So I unlocked once per turn when any bot enters a room with a terminal, they may draw the next face down terminal card and either place it face up or discard it. So that helps us with terminal cards to get better ones.
Right, 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 right. Okay, so that's good. Actually, I think we start with 10 power, do we not? I think I might have been a boo-boo there.
Do we start with 10? Wait a minute. Do we start with 10 or do we start with our target? Because if we start with 10, my world just opened
I
up.
know, right? No. Okay. No, I think it's because what ends up happening is I thought it was you start 10 and then you have to get down to your number, but
Down to your target.
yeah,
Okay.
but let me just verify that.
All
So,
right.
but
Wait, this is a big deal. Like I might have
sorry, it's been a
3 more
hot minute
power.
since I've been playing this game, so I just want to make sure I'm not cheating.
Well, and it is a big game. Once you get into the flow, the actions actually go really smoothly, but it's a big game.
No, no, you do start at your number.
Ah, you teased. You oh,
My bad, my bad. So if you're wondering what
that
we're
was an
talking about,
emotional roller
I
coaster,
know, right?
Mandy.
Start at 10. Nope. Okay, so let's do that. And what else do I want to do? I wonder if I should get a die. I know. What are you doing, Suzanne? Let everybody know what you're up to while I just quickly check something here.
Well, I've the only thing I need to know is if I need to return my yellow die to give us some group power to get another chip. Other than that, I've got my power adjusted. I've unlocked an ability. I start with a tech chip.
Mhm.
So
And no, we
I've
do
got
start with
all of
10,
that.
by the way. I was incorrect. So we start with 10 power. So technically now I'm at 8.
Okay,
We do.
woman,
Sorry, I'm
stop
sorry.
teasing me.
I forgot. I'm
Stop
sorry.
teasing me.
That's it. I
Because like,
promise everybody. That was the big thing that I forgot. But yes, we do start with 10. I thought so. It was like
heck
sitting in my
yeah.
head. But it's only agents. Agents start with
Bit
10.
yeah, bit doesn't get more. That's okay, because
Yeah.
hey baby, guess what? I
That
got
makes
3
a
more
huge difference.
powers, so I can definitely help.
Yes. So what the reason why that's important, everybody, is because we start at 10 power. So our little power on our card, mine is 8, means by the time we're finished allocating these like routing power as the action goes, I need to be 8 or less. So Suzanne is at, I think hers is 6.
7.
7. So
7.
she needs to be at
Yep.
7 or less. Okay. So that's why it's important. So I
Yep.
apologize. Hello, Amanda. Thanks for popping in. Okay.
Oh, hi, Amanda.
So I spent 2 for that ability, and we also have our own abilities at the top, which we'll read off in a second. Maybe like once we start. Um, so do we want to put together for another slot?
Yeah, I'm happy to. Do you want me to give you like so I was at 2, 1, 2, 3. So now I'm at 5 because I get the 3 back from that I didn't
Yeah,
start with. So do you want me to give 2?
sure. And
We
then
don't
I'll
want to take one from Bit because
no,
that's its life,
that's his
right?
life. Yeah. So you give up 2, I'll give up 1. So we've shared
Okay.
that. So now I'm down to
Woo-hoo!
8.
Third burn cycle spot.
I definitely want a yellow die, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So
Well, and then
that's
I get one more blue die.
so if I get a yellow die, that's gonna be 1, 2. So I'll be down to 6 power, and then if I get this, I'll be down to 4. Ugh,
That's the
that's
same dice pool I have right now.
Yeah, but those dice are important. So for those like wondering why I'm humming and hawing, the yellow dice, let me just pull those out so you can see. I think pull out one of each so you can see what I'm talking about. And just so everyone's watching, this is not a tutorial. We're just doing a playthrough, but we're explaining as we go. So these are the dice we're going to be rolling. The blue ones are the ones we have normally, and we start with those depending on our powers, but they have a lot of blanks on them. So the numbers are not great, the allocations on them. So I think it's like a couple blanks, some ones, no twos. You go up to a yellow, you're now getting twos and threes, no blanks. And then red dice have twos, threes, and rerolls, which are pretty sweet. So those other dice are pretty good. Okay, I digress. Let's stop messing around here. Okay, so I'm going to get a yellow die, which drops me to 6. All right, and I'm just going to... Technically, you would share these amongst the team. I'm just putting it here so I remember. And then I could do another 2, which would take me to 4. Oh, that seems really low. What are you at?
I'm at 3.
Yeah, okay. I won't complain. All right, there we go.
YOLO.
Yellow. Okay, sorry everybody. I have nails, so getting these pegs in are a bit of an issue. There we go.
Yeah, so this is the funniest thing that it's interesting from a game production point of view that I don't know if you need to take into account or that game publishers do take into account. But Mandi, you have beautiful nails, right? Which makes it hard to pick up the pegs, which is not a problem. Like even as a content creator or reviewer, I never would consider that as a factor in playability. I just, it's like, oh, I just touched you. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it's been I love watching you like
It's so I
wrist
gotta
and
like
bend
yeah.
it.
It's I wish they were a little bit taller.
Hilarious to me.
It's rough, everybody. It's rough. Okay, so I've done that. Sorry, bits at 6. We've done our things. We also start with an imperative card, and these are not great. So ideally, we want to do the thing on the card, and we both have different ones. If we do it, we get a power. If we don't end up doing, we end up losing power. So that's something we have to keep an eye on. And we'll kind of talk through things as they happen. Okay, so now that we have the burn cycle sorted out, what's going to happen? Did I put that chip in the bag? I did. So normally we have a captain's chip. I'm going to put them in the bag. You'll see why. And then we have 2 kind of general chips. And these are where we're going to do actions. I put a purple peg in there, and this should be blue.
No, I was going to mention it, but
yeah, sorry.
Whatevs.
Oh gosh, regrets. There we go. So we're going to put these in a black bag because now we have as many tokens as we have slots available. Shake, 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 like shake and bake. Okay, so Amanda's saying, do you have the deluxe edition with minis? I sure don't, everybody. So this was given to me and Suzanne as a review copy. So we generally will ask for like the basic copy because this is what most people probably will have. And Mikhail, I have color issues with some games. Haven't heard of nail issues. I know. It's a thing, everybody. It's a thing. All right. So let's get these out. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh no! So this is the kind of captain's chip, and something happens when we do actions on that spot. We'll walk through it. So Suzanne, I'll actually get you to go first. So technically Suzanne would take this token right here. And first player is a bit different in this game. It doesn't switch unless we switch floors, and that's a whole thing.
Okay. So a couple of things that we want to do is, could you put our pegs into the network? At our starting spots?
We do need to do that. And also we need to choose a space on the board.
And we need to choose a starting space,
Yeah.
which will help us add some actions for our burn cycle, which is always good. For what it's worth, there are typically 3 different types of special chips, and I have them just on my player board. I just put them here. So there's green, purple, and blue. But ultimately, purple is physical, that lets you move or hit things. Blue is utility, which is going to let us use keypads to get into rooms. And green is tech, which will let us unlock those terminal chips, or we can gain these special network cards that are in the game. So each of those chips have a general action associated with them. And then there's black chips, which are generic, which you see on the board. You get a bonus if you can use any chip, but you get a bonus if you do the action matching the right color. So if you use a blue chip to do a physical action, you get a little bit of a bonus. All right, Mandy, are you ready to pick a
Yes.
starting spot?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, actually, yeah, I think I pick first, and then we also have to put bit out. My gosh, these y'all are gonna have to have patience with me putting these pegs in. I'm having a real hard go. Oh gosh. Okay, so for me, I would definitely want to be close to an entrance, but I
Okay.
also want to get us some good tokens for the reserve. So wherever we're starting, those are chips we're gonna get for our reserve.
Right.
So
And we just need to unlock a terminal, right?
yeah, one bot, okay, has to access a terminal.
Well, do you want to pick your starting spot?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Sorry. I could come over. I'm just trying to think. Terminal actions are green, so I could technically come over on this side, or again, then there's an entrance. Just oh, I can't get in that way. No, 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 no. I'll have to go back this way. Yeah, I'll go here, and then I can come in through this entrance in the lobby.
Okay.
All right. So that's gonna add a purple token to our, and I'll just kind of put that up here in our reserve for the burn cycle.
Reserve. Sure, sure, sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And did you want
Okay.
to do you or do you want to do bit?
Um, well, I will do me. And I actually think I want a physical chip. So
Okay.
let's go. I could split the party and
Mhm.
go way up north
Right near
in
that.
that top corner. But then the door that's right there, there's
It's
such a baddie right there.
yeah, that's a problem, and you
Do I
100.
want to be cowardly and like sneak in with you?
Oh, wait a second, are you saying I'm a coward for going in
No, no,
this
no.
park?
I'm a coward because I'm going to hide behind you and like push you in front if they start shooting at me. I mean, sorry. I love you, but
Exactly, bye. Um,
so maybe I'll do that. I'll go on the purple one that's closest to you.
closest to me. Okay, so this one here.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
that'll give us a purple chip for our reserve.
Oh, I ended up putting a purple. I should have put a green for mine and a purple
Yep.
for yours. Sorry, that's what should have happened. There we go.
Cheater.
I know, I know. And where are we putting bit?
What do we
We don't have blue. I have a blue, but we don't have a blue in the supply. Blue tokens are great for
Why don't
utility
we
or
do that?
keypad
Put
actions.
it
Yep.
to your right
Okay.
and then Bit can follow you around and then we get a blue one too.
Which means
Cool.
that bit technically will have to go. I can't move. So what I should do actually is put me.
Wait, there's a door to the left, Mandy.
Oh, what am I saying? Sorry, that's the direction. I'm looking at the wrong
Yeah.
door. Yeah, I'm here. And just so you all know, we do have some doors open in safe rooms. So these are the little areas with the yellow and around them, but that's based on the ability that we've chosen, and we are playing a slightly easier game. Uh, okay. I think we did the things.
Cool,
I
cool, cool,
think we're
cool.
ready to commence.
All right. So we route power, which,
We
you know,
technically
kind
already
of
done.
done,
Yep.
right? And then we start going through, we build our dice pool, which I have done, right? You get one blue die for every power and then any dice that you've purchased, basically. And then we're going to take our actions, which is basically going through the burn cycle. Those chips in the burn cycle represent the actions we can take. So I have to trigger the captain's
Yep.
chip, apparently.
And that
What does
is
that
the
do again, Andy?
yeah, burn cycle action. Move each security unit one space in the direction they currently face. This obviously, and we didn't really talk too much about it. We have baddies in rooms when here. This is not going to move. It's facing this way. Sure, it's just going to hit the wall. It's not really going anywhere.
Oink, oink,
But we
oink.
do have one here facing this way, so that's going to move, and this is going to move here. And we're going to talk about movement a bit later. It does get a little dicey later, so yeah, we'll get into that. So that happened first, and then Suzanne gets to take an action using this chip.
Right. Yeah, now, David's in the chat saying that I'm splitting the party. I'm not splitting the party. I picked an optimized start space
Mm-hmm.
to get the resources we needed. I'm going to actually try to stick together. When Mandy and I played previously, we did split the party. And
Yeah, that
yeah.
was not wise, I don't think.
All right. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to allocate dice to this first action, right? Because these are the 4 dice I have to work with for all 3 actions. So if I burn all 4 dice now,
Yeah.
my next 2 actions are going to be pretty weak. Okay. So I'm going to move. So I'm going to do a physical. So I'm going to roll a blue and a yellow die for that. Okay. So I rolled a blank
Mm-hmm.
on the blue. So that actually goes back to my dice pool for a future roll. but I rolled a 2 on the yellow, which means the yellow has been used and will be set out for this round. And then I have 2 movement, right?
Uh, okay, so you're doing the movement action.
Yes, and I'm
Okay.
not optimized, so I just
Yeah.
oh, but wait a minute.
So for those wondering what optimize, I know Suzanne explained it before. Optimize is if physical is a purple chip action. So this token, but we don't have one out. If it were here, then Suzanne would be able to optimize that action. She's just using that chip as a general action.
Right. And I would go 1, 2, 3, 4. But Mandy, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Are you
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
smash a wall, or are you gonna try and keypad in?
I what do you think is better?
I mean, the only issue is if, like, you could brute force it, but then if it has jam on the bottom of the card, you're not gonna be able to do that.
Because I remember I can
Or
optimize
just,
one action.
well, yeah, yeah. I mean, you could come in. Well, this is the door that's available right now, the closest one, and I think either that or you go up the long way. But we really need to
No, I'm
get
gonna go
in
in. I think we should just stick together because we can go to the safe room and beeline it. So, for now, I'm just gonna move 2 to the right.
to the right. Okay, one,
Okay,
two. All right, so that was your
that
move
was
action.
yep.
Okay.
And then I'm going to oh, you know what? I take it back. I'm gonna use processor's special ability, which lets me optimize an action once per turn.
Okay.
So I'm actually gonna optimize that. So I'm right in front of the door.
Okay. So you moved 1, 2 for the optimized action, and then
Uh-huh.
1, 2 for your actual movement.
Correct.
Perfect.
Cool. Now I'm going to how much is it to break down a door?
So breaking down a door is dependent on. Oh, it's really high if I recall. It's like it's dependent on what the number is on the bottom of the card.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep that in.
Yeah, I think keypadding in is the best way to do it. So yeah, you want to draw a keypad, or do you want me to draw it?
Uh
Actually, I should probably do it just in
you
case you
should
don't
draw
get
it.
it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, so here's a keypad card, so y'all can see what's going on.
Woo! Wait a
Okay.
minute. That's not bad.
No, so it has the eyeball, which
What does
is
eyeball mean?
yeah, so that means you're seen, if I'm not mistaken. So if you were going to
Oh,
like bust it would have been that much, 4 action points.
yeah.
But you can make that decision, I believe. Now, sorry, brute force your way in, not break the wall. Break
I'm
the
gonna
wall's
keep that
different.
in.
You're gonna keep that in. So you don't actually roll any dice for this.
Yep.
So you get seen, if I'm not mistaken. And this is where Suzanne's going to have her books open for me because I don't remember all of the iconography off the top
Right,
of my
right.
head. But in essence, yes, that's going to be saying that you have been seen.
Yep.
And, or at least this is where I'm
I'm detected.
detected, excuse me. That's the word. And you might be like, oh, doesn't matter. It does make a difference, actually. If you've been seen, detected, yeah.
Yep. And we don't have a die icon, so because there's the keypad.
Yeah, so you don't roll anything for that. You just have the eyeball, which means uh, you become
I'm
detected.
detected.
That's it. So then, where's your little
We're
eyeball?
in.
So your eyeball is gonna go here, boink, and then technically that's it. You've done the thing.
Cool.
So you get to, as opening the door, you get to move inside
Yep, for free.
for free. And now something else happens. Ruh-roh.
What?
We are doing surveillance.
Oh, son of a biscuit! I forgot about that. Also, you can unlock the door for now, right? And put
Yeah,
an
little
unlock
green tabby there.
tabby. I just like watching you try to use the pegs.
The green ones are the easier ones. It's the other ones where I have to like. Oh gosh, they're awful. Okay,
All
so
right.
yeah, now you got to do some
I
rolling here.
All right. So the surveillance is the white die, right?
Yeah, so this little bubble that's in the room shows, oh, we've got in the room. We need to do some surveillance of the room, and you roll either 1 or 2 of these white dice.
Depending on the icon on the room.
Correct, and this one
Okay.
only has 1 die. This is where things get a little interesting.
All right, here we
It
go.
could go badly, everybody.
Oh, yay!
What'd you get?
Mainframe.
Oh, okay, that's nice. So mainframe makes a terminal flip over. Actually, do you get, yeah, flip over. That's it.
Yep.
And that's cool. Like right now, you're like, who cares? Like, what does that even do? But if you land on that terminal, it gives you some good stuffs. So
Yay.
that's pretty awesome.
Okay.
All right, so now you're on your second action.
Uh, that was my keypad action.
Oh, that's right. I apologize. So you're on your third action.
So now I'm
Okay.
on my third action, which we can remove that surveillance token too, right?
Yes, it's done.
You only have to activate that when you first enter the room.
One
I
time.
will also point out I have assess intent. So this is where you draw 2 terminal cards and pick one. So let's use my ability before we forget that, right? Because
Hmm.
it's easy to forget abilities.
Yeah.
So draw 2 terminal cards.
So maybe you can do that on your end. It's only the keypads that I need
Oh
to
no,
show.
wait.
Oh.
Draw a terminal card.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm doing it. And
Yep.
then we decide if we keep it or not.
Okay.
So terminal card is what we get or what we can get when we unlock the terminal. We have to unlock a terminal because that's our floor goal.
Yes.
So on a terminal card, it gives you action point counts and what you get if you manage to collect that many action points when you roll for the
And I'll
terminal.
show everybody. This is not the one Suzanne has, but at least you can
Right.
see what it looks like.
Ooh. Okay. So this one isn't bad, Mandy.
Okay.
Priority signal. Increase all agents' network level by 1
Ooh.
or a single agent's network by 2.
Okay.
Shift change order, reduce threat by 2,
Mm.
or clone disk, gain 4 power, but advance the threat by 2.
Ooh.
This is not bad though. Like advancing both of our network levels right away
Would be good.
would be good. So I'm going to keep that.
Okay.
Um, and just so that's going to be the terminal card that we get when we unlock the first terminal.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So then my last action, I guess I need to get out of your way.
Yeah, so I can jump in. Well, yeah, so I can get on the board.
And there's no treasures or anything in this room, unfortunately. That's
Just
one
the
of the bad
well,
things.
just the terminal, which is what we need. So ideally, you get the terminal, and then all we have to do is get hustle our buns to a safe room.
Okay. Hustle our buns. All right. So I'm gonna roll all 3 dice because I only have 1 action left. Oh, I got a 2 and 2 blanks. Wah wah. So I can move 2 spaces. So I'll just move 2 forward.
Two forward. Okay. So 1, 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
That's it. So that is it for Suzanne. But now there are things that need to happen. Okay. So now you can. We've done that. Da, 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 da. All right.
So now I can
Network.
network. That's
Yep.
right. So
So we're gonna
whew,
move the tabbies on the network board based on your tokens. And you're like, what does that even mean? We don't have colored tokens right now, so it just means that Suzanne's going to move 1 space for each of these on the network track, but she gets to determine where, and we'll tell you about moving
aw.
levels as well. So where would you like to move, Suzanne? Obviously, first one has to be to blue.
Hey Mandy, do you
Yep.
have admin rights on the chat?
Oh. Oh, I see. Somebody's...
Sorry, Durkee.
Oh, Durkee, you had to be not very pleasant. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. Bye. Okay.
Okay. So we're doing the network, right? Based on the chips.
Yes. Sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm kind of doing 3 things at once here, so bear with me for a moment. Okay, there we go.
Did you ban them?
Yeah, reported. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Moving on to more pleasant things. So I've moved you forward once, Suzanne,
Right.
based on the first token, because it's just a generic. And then
Right.
we're going to move. So now you have to go in clockwise order, and you're going to be stopping at a hub.
That's right. So the red ones we have to stop it, no matter if you would move past it. I am struggling to see what that icon is, Mandy.
Oh yeah, it's the one with the plus. So I believe that's the one that ups our security die or our network die. So it's the one with a...
So it ups my network die from a 1 to 2.
Correct. You can
Woohoo!
verify that if I'm incorrect, but
No, I think you're right.
I believe that's what that is. Okay, perfect. And then you get to do 1 more move. So now this is where Suzanne can either stay on the same level track, go forward, or she can go down a level. What would you like to do?
So it's blue or green.
Mm-hmm.
I will go in a level.
You'll go
to the
in.
green.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
So there you go. So you are now on the green. Perfect.
So that's moving on the network, which is great.
Yep, and then so we've done the network things. Nothing else happens there. But now here's where
can route
you can route power, which is where Suzanne can now decide to You know,
reallocate power that I may, because there are moments where you might gain power during the game,
exactly.
but I'm not going to.
And now
And
you
then
get
we
to.
get to dun dun dun
Oh,
degrade the burn cycle.
this is not good. You'll see why. All right, would you roll?
Oh, I haven't rolled it yet. Sorry.
And I think David is in the chat helping me with some moderation, so thank you for that very much.
Which? Oh yeah, it's the yellow die, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
yellow with the numbers 1 through 5.
3. Oh, son of a biscuit.
I know, I was hoping it was this one, but here we go.
Yep.
So what ends up happening is now this chip is, and I'm going to use the wrong word here, but it's not deteriorated. Oh gosh, why can't I think of the word?
Graded.
Degraded. Thank you. So yes, that is now one fewer action for me to use on my turn. But I do have an option of altering the burn cycle by adding chips from the supply or from my own supply if I want additional action. So that's just something to consider. Okay. And I think that's it for Suzanne's turn, correct?
That's my turn. So then you get to go, and then we'll do the corporation.
Excellent. All right. So let's see here. Now I do have something pretty snazzy here. I have like a free ability. After taking a terminal action, if Access, me, didn't select the terminal card's bottom option, she may gain its benefit at no cost, which would be pretty snazzy. But there's a mainframe in this room, so it's kind of wasted, because I mean you'd get most of it anyway if it was a optimized action. Okay. Well, you've already opened this door, which is fantastic. So I'm gonna
Come on in. The water's fine.
Come on in, super. And I don't have to survey because I have my imperative card. Until your agent next enters an unsurveyed room, the surveillance option cannot be selected on terminal cards by any bot on your team. So, did you catch that?
Say that one more time.
Until your agent, so me, next enters an unsurveyed room, the /surveillance option cannot be selected on terminal cards by any bot on your team.
But that's okay, because you're entering a surveyed room, right?
Yes, but it says until your agent next enters an unsurveyed room. So I have to, yes.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, this person is very annoying.
I know. They're so terrible and obsessed and pathetic. What are you gonna do?
Da, 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 da.
Sad people with sad lives. Just going around being mean to strangers.
Exactly. It's not very nice.
Okay, so while you all take care of that, because I don't have admin rights here.
Yeah, give me 1 second here.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, folks. The real evil corporations are the trolls we met along the way.
Okay, let's give that a try now.
Okay. Sorry, Mandy.
That's okay. And we have someone in the chat there. So yeah, Amanda, if you're hanging out too, I know we have David's helping out as well.
Thank you.
But I've also added you, Amanda. Thank you for your help there. We just want to have a pleasant day with everybody and enjoy our game. Okay, Suzanne, please continue.
Oh, so okay. Let's see. We were degrading the burn cycle.
It's me. It's
No,
my
it's
turn.
your.
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking about our things. So
Yes.
you have to in an unsurveyed room. I wanted to point out my mandatory systems update means, get this, the next time your agent enters a room, which I've done, they must remain in that room until the burn cycle reboots.
Okay,
I
wait. Say it one more time.
leave this room.
Say it one more time. Hold on. Say it again.
Basically, I have to stay in this room until we reboot the cycle. Until we reboot. I can't go to the safe room until we
to
reboot.
be fair, Suzanne could get rid of that card, but she would lose an energy to do so. Or yeah. So but then you need to get to the safe zone as soon as so let's say I access this terminal.
We can't finish the level unless we all get to the safe zone.
Right, exactly. Oh, that card's terrible, Suzanne. I'm almost wondering if you should take the hit. I'm not kidding. Because I can.
Well,
Hmm,
okay, so now it's your turn.
right.
So you need to I mean, you can just come on in and unlock that terminal try at least, right?
Well, the terminal, yeah, and for me, this is going to be pretty straightforward because um, I'm going to get a lot of the stuff on there, with the exception of the surveillance option because of my card. So that's a bit of an annoyance, but here we are. Okay, let's just worry about moving in. Oh, I could alter the burn cycle by adding a different chip here, but I can do that at any time before or after a turn. But we'll
And for
just.
what it's worth, because we got this sneaky peek at the terminal card, there is no surveillance on this card.
Mhm.
So,
Okay,
yeah,
which is great.
so it's
So
not a big deal. Like
no.
that one doesn't affect us at least for this particular terminal card.
Right. So for my turn, we have to enact the burn cycle action, which sucks because it's moving baddies. So that's going to move down, and this is going to move. So it may not seem like a big deal, but now this one's kind of skulking around a safe zone, and we're not about that life. So.
Thanks, Herbert, for lurking while you're in a meeting. I love the modern day workforce. That's
It's
awesome.
so great. Well, that's working from home. It's great. You can listen, do your work. It's awesome. Okay, I digress. I'm fooling around here. So first things first, let's move. We got to get into the room. So ideally, if I could get 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 movement, that'd be amazing. Is that going to happen? Ooh, probably not. But I could just try and work with the 2 actions that I have. But then you're going to have to add to the burn cycle because we're going to have fewer actions. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's see if I can bang out a move real fast, like to that section. Because I don't have to roll for that, technically, for the terminal action. Okay, so chances are the highest I could get, 2, 4, is 6 if I roll 3 dice. I need 5. The chances of me getting 6 are terrible. So, but I need action points for the terminal card. Oh, this is terrible.
Just go for it, girl.
Okay, so let's yeah, that's really terrible. Well, I gotta move. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I need to move. So I'll just roll the 3 dice. Although I might be taking 2 move actions. We'll see. Ah! I can't believe it. I rolled a 4. I rolled a 4. I needed 5. Actually, I needed more than 5. I needed like 7. I just realized that because I'm outside. 1, 2, 3, 4. It gets me here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Which I have 1 more action, which is basically going to be these dice are used. So I have another move action. It's not exciting, but I think next turn we'll be able to do it. What do you think, Suzanne?
Yeah, totally. I believe in us.
Yes! I got a 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm actually on the terminal. So I could, in fact, alter the burn cycle and do the terminal action like right now.
Yep.
But if I do the terminal action, I have no dice to spend. Boop. That's the problem. So I can't actually do that. Okay. Unless you're planning on doing the terminal in that event, and I won't move there. I'll move off of it and then move
Well, what
bit
about
instead.
oh, bit can't take actions. That's right,
No.
unless we
Like,
fuel that.
yeah. So if you're going to take the terminal, I'll move off of it. I'll move back.
I mean, I might as well try because I can't do anything else in this room. There's no what's the gear, the red chips? I forget what
The
they're called,
cache.
but
Cache.
yeah, there's no caches or anything for me to do, so I
Right.
might as
Okay.
well.
So what I'll do is instead of moving that 2, I'll move 2 back, and Bit needs to move. And in order for Bit to move, needs to use our actions or part of our actions to do that. So I can move Bit 2 to get him closer to the door instead.
Got it. Cool. Cool.
Does
cool,
that
cool.
work? Oops, sorry.
Yeah,
I
I
keep
love
knocking
that.
the
I
table
love
there.
that.
Okay. So that's it. So those are the 2 actions that I have for this. Yeah. So now I have to, if I wanted to at this point, I could. Now we're going to have to network, which is basically I'm only getting to move 2 spots. So I'll move down 1 for this screen, and then 2 to this one, because I have to move in clockwise order, but I only had the 2 actions, so I'm going to get to move 2 spaces. I don't want to route any power, so I'm good with what's happening in my power situation. And we have to degrade the burn cycle. Oh, boy. Oh, hey-oh! It is that burn cycle chip that's been plaguing us, which means we're no longer going to have to move baddies when that action is taken. So Mikhail's, I'm working on making dinner. Oh, sounds good though. At least it's early for you. It's early. Okay.
I want to know what's for dinner.
I know. Also, that sounds like something we would like to
These
know.
are important details you can't leave out. Rude.
I'm actually glad Jeremy's in the chat because Jeremy seems to have a good grasp on movement. So just in case I messed that up there, Jeremy's like, I know it. Okay, so that's it for burn cycle. But now, do I want to route power? I don't. We did degrade. Okay, perfect. So now we're doing a corporation turn. This is where things get a little dicey, and this is where I actually have to open the book because it's something. So,
So right. Yeah, excuse me.
bless it.
Each of the enemies has a little icon on it that indicates what type of movement it has. It can be a stationary one where it doesn't move. It can be one that paces back and forth in a straight line, and it can be one that walks along the perimeter. And to be honest, the perimeter movement is a little tricksy. And Mandy and I have struggled a little bit with that in our previous play. There are diagrams and stuff like that that help you, but it is what it is as you learn a new game.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Jeremy. The fact that you were able to get all of this on screen is a win. Thank you. If you saw the
Yeah,
size of this table,
seriously.
I will post it so you can all see the table I'm working with. It's very small. So, a play out here. Any board gaming companies wants to send me a fabulous table, I won't say no. I won't say
Nice.
no. Okay, I digress. Okay, so first things first, in the corporation turn, we need to do security unit activation. So we have a unit here, a unit over here, and a unit in a room here. Okay, which is first is we want to look at pursue, so detected bots in awareness. So there is a detection here for Suzanne's token because that is where she was detected because of the surveillance action, but it's not in the area of any of the baddies. So like this one here, for example, has an awareness of 8 in its line of sight, doesn't work through rooms and whatnot, so this is not going to trigger that way. This one has a range of 6, periphery of 3, nothing in this area, and this is in a room and there's nothing in the room, so that's not going to happen for pursue. Investigate, I also think that's not going to happen unless you see anything, Suzanne.
Uh, no, because they can't see me, right? They detected me.
Yes.
Technically, I'm like a a beacon, but I'm a beacon literally outside of the station, so I
Right.
don't think I don't think they see me.
Nothing's happening. So now we go to patrol. So this is where if the things didn't do pursue or investigate, which they didn't do, patrol. So this is where their movements make a difference. So the bulldog actually has a dot, which means they don't move. That's literally where they stay.
They're stationary, right?
Stationary. You got it. This one here is the one that moves in a. I don't have my book open here. In a line specifically. Suzanne might have it open. Here we go. Moves in a straight line in the direction it
Yep.
faces. Okay.
Yep.
So
And then it
yeah, it's going to move 2, so it's going to do this, and I believe it turns back around. Boop.
Yep, and then it turns to if it cannot move in the direction it's facing, it turns to face the opposite direction, and yeah, it just goes bloop. It's just a sentry
Yep.
marching back and forth.
Bing, bing, bing. So like a little ping game or whatever. So that is it for patrol, and then this one here. I believe the ones in the room don't patrol. It's just the ones in the halls. So yep, that's it. Thanks, Jeremy. Yep, we did that. Bounces off and then goes in a straight line. Perfect. And yeah, the one in the rooms, as far as I remember from my notes with Shannon, I believe those do not patrol. There we go. Perfect. And Jeremy's saying, working on it, stay tuned. A couple of folks are looking for people. Are we talking game tables?
Wait, what?
I'm so excited now. Okay, so that was that. Now we activate pings. All right, so Suzanne, do you
Yep.
have your book open in front of you?
Oh,
This
I do.
is
Sorry, I
perfect.
didn't realize that I was going to. So activating pings. So the pings are on the network, and it's what the baddie is controlling to try to find us and
Mhm.
detect us. Oof, that guy is such a just
Just
networking
evil.
all around, and also like not a looker. You know what I'm saying
Not
here?
a looker.
Okay, ping activation. So, um, if there are pings in the network, they activate moving until they hit another ping or they up to 3 spots,
And
right?
we don't have any.
If there are no pings in the network, the CEO adds a ping to the core but it does not move.
All right, so
So
ping is
we
one of
just
these
simply
red
add one to
ones.
that starting spot.
Yeah, so in that red spot right here, there we go. All right.
After the pings have moved or added,
Mm-hmm.
roll the ping die a number of times equal to the number of hubs, which are the red spots, occupied by pings at this time,
So just
and
one
then
roll.
resolve each roll.
Okay, so one roll, and I rolled. Oh, this can't be good. Okay, so the symbol on this, I'll just show you on the camera. So it is, for those who might not be able to see it, it's like one that has several lines and like a, I guess I don't know what you'd call that, not quite a pentagram. And it has a triangle in the middle, and then another one with 2 circles and 3 white lines in it. So let's see what that means.
So that's advanced threat by 1.
Okay.
Yay. And
Hmm.
then all pings that can transfer outward do so.
Which in this case, it
They
cannot.
cannot.
So there's no line allowing that. It could happen
Right.
here,
But
but
our
not there.
threat goes up, which is
Not. It's fine. It just went up
balls.
one. It just went up one. And then we also now have to advance the threat at the end of this turn, and it goes up. Is it by number of players? This is where I always forget.
I'm sorry, for what?
The last step of our corporation
I
turn.
believe advanced threat is by player count,
Okay,
but you're right. Yep.
I believe so.
Uh Michael is saying that they just got their first play of Hadrian's Wall in.
Yay! It's so good. That's so
That
exciting.
is such a great game.
It is so good. One that I very much enjoy. So I'm glad to hear that you've started playing that. Okay, so I believe that threat goes up by two. I believe it's based on player count. I'm sorry, I'll. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Da, 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 da.
And that is the corpse turn.
Yes, and Jeremy did confirm. Yeah, it's based on player count, 2 players, 2 up. So we haven't triggered anything yet, but I'm not looking forward to when we hit number 4 on the track, and I'll explain when we get there. So that was the corporation turn. So now we are back to Suzanne.
Okay, here we go. All
Go.
right. Route power. I'm not going to route any power because I didn't get any new ones. I'm going to build my dice pool, which is the same one. And then we have to, or get to, take actions. But this is gross, right? Um,
Poor David's
so
like, I'm not getting this. No, David, it's a lot. Like, I've played this game 3 times now, and there are still things I'm figuring out. So it's a lot.
so maybe here's the situation I'm in. I
Yeah.
want to put a tech chip out, but I need to move to the terminal first, so I need movement.
Yes. So
But I want to get rid of the. Well, I guess the captain's ship isn't doing anything,
no,
right?
because it's degraded. So now getting rid of it. It's only when it's face up
Okay,
and you get rid
so
of it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna replace from my personal reserve the third chip with a green tech chip,
Okay.
and that's just my personal
So
one.
if you're all wondering, there's a free action we can do before or after a turn where we can alter the burn cycle. So getting rid of these degraded chips and replacing them with either chips from our supply for here for that everybody can use or our personal supply. So Suzanne's using one from her personal supply to give herself an extra action there.
Yep. And okay, so cool. So I'm not gonna get to take a first action because there's no active chip there, right?
Correct. Yep. So you're going to start now,
But
technically.
I will get to do the second one, which I'm going to do as a move. And you know what?
Yeah, Jeremy, I know we have the ones here, the reserve chips. We're just we're working it slowly here, just because we don't want to burn out and then have to do a reboot, because that's well. Then again, for Suzanne to fulfill that card, a reboot is not a bad thing, but it does push threat, which I'm not about.
Yeah. All right. So, oh, heyo. I'm moving. I got
Okay.
4 movement points.
Oh wow, so you can give some to Bit if you're not going to use all of them.
Exactly right.
Cha-ching. So you're
So
gonna have
let's put 2 so I'm on the terminal,
Yep, perfect.
and then 2 for bit to get into the room.
Yep. Okay.
And then I'll take my terminal action.
Perfect.
So because I'm taking a tech action using a tech chip, it's optimized. When you optimize a terminal action, I get to choose 2 of the options on the card. Now, you'll remember from earlier in the stream, we already, because I have an ability that lets me sneaky peek at the terminal card. So I have the terminal card in front of me. So we can choose 2 of them. I'm not going to.
Well, because you're doing the mainframe, so you have no AP costs. And yeah, you get to choose 2, which is great.
I have no AP costs?
Yeah, because it's a mainframe.
So
So
do we just get 2?
yeah, you just get 2. There are no AP costs.
Fudge and fudge? Yeah. Alright, well, we're gonna take the top 2 then.
All right, so what you'll have to read them out because I don't know what they are.
Okay, so the first one's great. Um, increase all agents' network levels by 1,
Oh, okay.
or
Yep.
a single agent's network by 2. But Mandy, I love you. I will share. So I will go up to
Thanks.
3 and you'll go up to 2.
Okay, so I'm at 2 and you're at 3. So we haven't really come to why these are important, but when we get to networking, we'll explain a little bit more. But yes, we ideally want to have higher than the corporation. Okay, that was one of them.
And then the second one is reduce the threat by 2.
Yeah, which I think is not a bad idea because we definitely don't want any
No,
pings.
it's always a good
Yeah,
idea.
so
Yeah, yeah,
boop
yeah.
boop. So we're at
Cool.
1 now.
Cool, 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 cool.
Yay!
That is my whole turn.
All right, so now,
Oh, well, okay.
yep.
Network.
So hold on, mainframe's got to come off the board. So even if Suzanne was not successful, this would still be removed. Okay, but you were, so we don't have to worry about it.
But we were. And Mandy, that completes our core goal
It does.
for the game.
Yeah, which means we
For the level.
we get 3 energy each.
Oh,
Not
immediately.
immediately for completing it, we get 3 energy
Ooh.
each.
This is exciting.
So now I'm up to 7, so I'm not past my amount. But yeah, because you do have an option on your turn to route power after we do the
Love
networking.
it.
So
Love it. Okay. And then Mandy, network.
Yep.
That's what's next.
Yep. So you're moving 1 forward. You don't have a choice. I'm sorry. And then you do have a green, but you're not going to. Well, actually, you do have choices here. You can go up to the outward level of green, or you can hit the next hub.
I want to hit the next hub.
That's what I thought. So the reason why Suzanne is going to the next hub, she has to stop. Ideally, she would have gone to this green, but there's a hub, so she has to stop there. So that symbol is, this one I don't know off the top of my head.
And that's part of working the network is like choosing your path so that you can optimize, because hubs are actually good for us. They usually let us increase our network power, or I think decrease the threat.
They can, which is really nice. I just don't remember that symbol. Bear with me, everybody.
Is it the triangle?
Yes.
Then it decreases the threat.
Oh, perfect. So we have no threat.
Beautiful.
Not mad at it. And I think Suzanne's getting some love-ish, sort of, in the chat. People.
Oh, Smurfin writes, I approve. I love that. I used to love the Smurfs so much.
Smurfs are
And
great.
Mandy, back in my corporate days when I had to do what they would call post-mortem
Yes.
sessions, where like after a project you have to like recap the project and figure out what went well and what didn't go well.
Exactly. Like a debrief.
I used to make my slides, my PowerPoint slides, I used to theme them like with Smurf imagery for some fun. So I'm down with Smurf and rights.
La, 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 la. If you don't know that song, you don't know the Smurfs.
It's literally called the La La song.
Oh goodness. And yes, David, Suzanne is actually had mentioned it. I think you had mentioned it to me. Merchants of Magic, which I did get. I just have to go to Ashley the Shark's house and pick up my games. Okay, so Suzanne, you now have an opportunity
To route power.
Yes, and now that we got a little something something, you might want to.
Yeah.
Or wait. I mean, you could wait.
Well, we're gonna reboot soon, aren't we?
No, we have so many tokens left. We should probably.
That's right. Okay. Do you have anything you want me to do? Otherwise, I'm gonna buy another die.
No, like right now, we just need to hustle to get to the safe room. And for you, the closest safe room, you will 100% be seen by the bulldog.
Yeah, but Mandy, I cannot leave the room.
Oh, we have to open it. We gotta open it. We gotta open the door.
Well, I can work on that, but I can't leave the room because of my
because of your
imperative.
Now you could just bump the imperative, like just say I'm not doing it and take a hit.
So do I take a 2 energy,
No.
2 power hit?
From what I remember, it's just 1.
No, really?
Yeah, it's just 1. It's a generic 1. Jeremy can verify that, but I'm next to positive.
Thank God for Jeremy.
But no, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, if that's the case, then I'll just take the 1 power pit because I just got 3 for doing the.
Yeah, I'll verify, but I'm pretty sure that is how that works. But let's double check before I say that, and then I am wrong. You may discard it at any time, losing one power to do so.
I'm discarding it so I can leave the room. I want out.
And sometimes it happens accidentally that you don't do the thing. Do you know what I mean? And then you still have to lose the power. So,
Right.
yeah. So you took a hit
Okay.
and you're discarding that card?
I did.
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
Okay. So that was rerouting the power and then degrading the burn cycle. Here it comes. Here it comes. One. Yay.
Hey, so one is gone, so it moves to two. So two gets a little zip, which is great because it's just a generic one. So, yeah, okay, not mad at it. So, and Jeremy did confirm, yes. See, I knew it was one. See, I do remember things on occasion.
No, hey, there's no judgment here. I don't remember things.
No,
So
there's a lot happening here. So, okay, so we're over to me. Ideally, I need to open that door, and I would be the good one to do that because of I'm a hacker. That's like my thing. That's my jam.
that's what you do.
That's what I
It's
do.
just what we do.
Exactly. So what I'm thinking to do here is alter this burn cycle a little bit. Ideally, I want to move. So I need to really only move two. So, um, yeah, this is where things get a bit weird. Because if I move two, I could put a move token there, but I feel like it's so wasteful. Because, yeah, sure, I could move bit, but... And I could just use the two given to me by that token. And then I can
Mhm.
use this one for that. And what is blue? No, blue is the keypad. That's what I need. Okay, so I can put two tokens in. What do we think about that? So remove this one, and we're not going to get a penalty because it's degraded. If it wasn't degraded, this special one, we would have consequences, but it is. So we're just going to
So
throw.
Jambalaya Plays is asking about Red Cathedral because they got an email about the expansion
Right.
and they're asking if we played the base game.
Yes, and I got a notification
Hey,
from
Omar.
Devere that they're sending me something. So now I'm wondering, is it
Ooh, I'm
that?
jealous.
You know, you're probably getting it too. It just
Maybe.
randomly popped up in my inbox.
That's okay. Um, I have also played the expansion already
Suzanne, you're the
because
one who told me about it.
yeah, the designers were really nice enough to jump on TTS with me months ago when it was still in prototype form on TTS. Um, if you love Red Cathedral, it's going to be a great expansion. Honestly, the amount of content
Hmm.
is bananas. So if you
Ooh.
love Red Cathedral, get like and I mean, sure they could expand it again because it's a great game, but there's so much content because it adds a whole new board and with these locations that you can visit. But then it adds all these different guilds and it adds a new resource. I- It's a lot of gameplay in that expansion, which I think is awesome because Red Cathedral is an amazing game.
Yeah, no, it's really good. And I'm looking forward to seeing the expansion. I never play expansions. I just don't. I have too many games, but this is one I definitely am looking forward to entertain. So yeah, it's very exciting. So I'm hoping that's what's coming because I did get an email saying I'm getting something from Devere. So I'm pretty sure that's it. We shall see. But yeah, and I'm loving our chat today. Omar, I see has popped in. Hello, Omar. Nice to have you. And you know we got a lot of our regulars. I mean, listen, this is what it's about for us. We're having chats with people we like, and hey, new people totally welcome too. But chilling, doing our thing. I'm here for it. Okay. So I did some altering of the burn cycle. I added a movement and I added my personal tile here for a keypad. To be fair, my actions also really help me. My abilities help me with keypadding, so it's not terrible. But let's use that movement. So, pardon me. So for movement right now, ideally I would like to move Bit and myself. I mean, at this point, I don't even think it's worth rolling a die, because
Right.
I'm automatically just going to get two movement from that because it's optimized. I'm using a movement action.
Optimized, right?
It's a purple token. And for those, I should have shown this earlier. That's what the actions look like. So when we talk about purple is movement, it matches so physical. It matches that token, and which means we get the optimized option. Okay, I know it's hard to
Yep.
see there, but it gives you an idea. So I think I'll just do that. I'll just move two to the door. I don't see any point in rolling a die to move Bit, really, at this point. I can do it later on the last action. Now I need to do a keypad action, and I have a few things here. So having these different symbols in the burn cycle actually helps me accomplish a keypad based on my ability. So let's take a look. So now we're going to do a keypad action. And it is an optimized action, so I do get to ignore one input. Oh my gosh, what a waste. Look at this card. Nothing. We're looking at column 1. There's nothing required for me. So guess what? It's an open door. Wow. I feel like that was
Nice.
such
Oh
a
my
wasted
goodness. Luck of
action.
the draw.
Ugh, that's so frustrating. So this
Luck of
door
the draw.
technically is open, and I do get to slide on out. This is where, oh, I'm moving the wrong person. That's you.
Oh.
Oh my god, let's do
Dork.
a rewind. I'm so sorry. I was moving the wrong token. Let's rewind that. So I will actually roll because I need 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to that door. My
Oh,
apologies.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So let me redo that movement action. I apologize, everyone. I was moving Suzanne's token. So let's see here. And to be fair, I will redraw the keypad card because that's not really fair. So I need 4 to get there, and I also can move bit at the same time. So I could roll 4 dice just to make sure I get there. But that leaves me with not very much after that. So let's just move 3 dice. Okay, so I have 4 movement. Let's do it without cheating. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got there. So I use those dice. Now we're going over to keypad. I'm going to draw a new keypad just to make it fair. Okay. And guess what? Heyo! I still have nothing to input. So lucky me on that. The door is now open. And I get to move through as for opening that door. This is where things get a little crazy because ideally I'd like to go there. But then I'm going to get seen, and that's not something I want to deal with. Oh, this sucks.
Well, what's the range? Because did we talk about the range on the
A
enemy chip?
little bit, but we can talk about it now. Like this one here has a range of 8 in its line of sight. And I would literally, I would be seen here. So, but then if I go in this room here, yeah, he's going to come for me. Because he'll see me here and then see me there.
Right, because he sees you as soon as you enter his range, right?
Correct, correct. And then I'll be like right beside him. Hey, Thomas, thanks for joining. I need to start the stream again. Oh my gosh, we'd be here forever. So much stuff. Okay, I think I'm going to try and go on the other side, so at least it's going to take him some time to get to me? Question mark?
Well, the bulldog's static,
Yes, that's true. That is very true,
so they're
unless he
not gonna move.
patrols.
They're just gonna sit there
Right.
until they pursue you, right?
That is also true. So, do you think I should go to the closer entrance? Ew, I feel like that's does not. No, I should go to the
I
outside.
feel like going to the further entrance might
I,
be
I
smarter.
I agree. I agree. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is use my last action, even though it's not physical, so it's not purple. I'm gonna still use it as a move action. So I only have 2 dice. So, oh, this is bad. I think I might get. Oh, I might be in trouble. Oh no, this is bad. Because
I believe in you.
if I only get 2 movement, I'm literally he's gonna land on me.
I mean, you know,
The most I can get is 4. The most, and we know that's not gonna happen. I might just move bit. So I got
sure, sure,
2
sure. Yeah,
and a
yep, yep,
blank.
yep.
So the blank is no good here, but I got 2. I am not moving 2 because I will literally be right. No, we're not doing that. So bit is gonna move 2. There we go. That's it. Oh, and you know what? I should have had more dice. 4. I should have
Because of your extra
because
power.
of my extra power.
Yep.
So technically, I could roll 3 more dice. Which was such a waste. I only got 2 more movement. Yeah, so I could move here for 1 and move bit out here for 1. Yeah. I hope I don't regret that, but here we are. Okay. Now, I do have an option here to do, sorry, we got to do networking. So I get to do, so
And
here's,
we've determined that you're not in range of the bulldog because of the corner, right? Line of sight says you're not in range.
right. So it would be, you're right. So it would be 8 straight, and then the periphery is 4. So
Right.
yes, I am in range. Dang
Okay,
it.
so why don't you move the other way? Move on the other side a bit.
Oh, you mean instead of it's, you know what? It's okay. We'll just show what happens.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, that's so bad. I'm so screwed. I'm so screwed. Mind you, we'll see what. Yeah. Okay, we'll see what happens. Should I? No, I really should move the other way. Doesn't matter. Okay, so I've done that. I'm technically been spotted because his range is 8 in his line of sight, but his periphery is half of that number, which is 4. So technically, I'm in his I'm in his periphery.
You have been cited there, right?
That's exactly what's happening. So when we get to the security, which is actually I think after my turn, you'll see. Some things are going to happen. Okay, so now I have to do networking. So this is where it's a little bit different. So because I have a purple token here, I actually am going to move to a purple space. However, there's a hub. So I stop there, and that increases my die in here to 3. Now I have a blue token, so I'm going to get over to a blue spot. I could have decided to go down, but I'm going to stay here for now.
Because
And
eventually the pings like expand out. But Mandy, what happens if you get into the boss?
yeah, so that's when you do like it ends up bouncing you back and bad things happen. I don't have it in front of me here. So it hasn't actually happened. So when that happens, when you hit a boss, like a boss ping, you want your die value to be higher.
No, I mean if we go into the boss.
I think it's the same thing. I think it still triggers.
Oh, is it? Oh,
I believe
okay.
so. We can double check, but I'm pretty sure it still
Okay.
triggers. So ideally, you don't want to be on the same floor as the boss,
Okay.
if you can help it. Okay, so I move to blue. Now green. So actually, I have to stop at another hub because the green would be there, but I have to stop at the hub, which is increasing my die. So I'm not mad at it. Whoops. And these dice are not normal dice, so a 3 is not on the backside of a 4 and so forth. So I swear I'm not
Right.
fumbling on purpose. Okay, so now I do have an option to route power. Yeah, I think I'm going to get... Oh, I forgot. I had one yellow die that should have been in there. I could, in fact... I mean, a red die is kind of nice, but... Ooh, I'd have to give up my yellow. Or do I just want another yellow? Maybe I'll just give up. So spend 2. So now I'm at 5 to get another yellow die. Now I could have done that earlier, but for my purposes right now, it's fine. So now I have 2 yellow dice. And now I have to roll.
You have so many dice.
I know. Well, because I have my 2 yellow, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I have a lot. I rolled a 1, so this movement 1, which anything in the first slot is terrible. Because if you roll a 1,
Mhm.
it goes away, and if you roll anything above whatever the last numbered slot is, it goes away. So never put movement in the first slot.
Bye-bye movement.
Exactly.
But sometimes you need it when you're, revamping the burn cycle.
Also true. Also true. And yes, David is right. Me rolling dice never ends in joy. Like, literally never. Okay, so now we're on to the corporation turn. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes.
Okay, so now things might be slightly different here. Okay, so now we have pursue. So detected bots in awareness. And I don't think we have any detected bots in awareness. No. I think it's going to be investigate is going to happen, but let's
Well,
just...
y- y- you are caught in Bulldog's awareness.
Right, but it's one's based on chips and then one's based on... Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So isn't Bulldog going to pursue you?
Yeah, this is where everybody I have trouble with this part of the game. And anybody who's playing it for the first time, guaranteed you are going to have the same issue. I just find it a little confusing. But we'll do it together.
Patrol, pursue. A security unit pursues if it has detected a
Mhm.
bot in its awareness
And
range.
that is me. So it's not even my chip at this point. If it were just my chip, different story. But it's kind of both.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Multiple
exactly.
security units can pursue the same bot.
Okay, thanks.
Players select which bot first. Okay,
So
you're only one.
so I'm 100%
Um,
getting hit here, by the way. Um,
After moving, well, what's the
so he
bot's
moves
movement?
3, which is right beside me. One, two,
Okay.
three.
Yeah.
Literally
Okay.
right beside me.
So once a security unit has after moving, a unit will attack all detected bots it's adjacent to, which is you.
Is me. So what happens now?
Once the unit has pursued, flip it over to indicate it's taken a movement because it won't do it again.
Right. So technically this would
Um,
happen.
And then additionally, once all pursuing units have moved, flip over the awareness chips of any bots that were pursued as they will not be factored in during investigation.
But he's landed beside me. I thought he attacked me. I guess not.
Oh, you're right. You're in investigate because you are an awareness chip.
Yeah, but I'm also there as
But
well.
you're also there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
he's
yeah. Got it,
technically
got it, got it,
coming
got it, got
for
it.
me. So
Okay.
yeah, and it's going to attack me because it's
Yep.
adjacent to me. Yay! And the attack is this. I don't remember. I apologize. It just doesn't happen so often.
Well, we were more careful.
Yeah, I know, right? Thanks, Jeremy. It hits me for 1. See, this is why I told Jeremy we were playing and I might need you because there are a few little things that I tend to
He's the
forget.
best.
So I do get hit for 1, which means I'm going to lose power. Not so good. I am going to lose a die for next turn. But it's been done. Okay,
Yep.
so now we have this one over
Now we have
here.
investigate,
Yep.
which is irrelevant
Yep.
because they can't see anybody with awareness.
Yep.
And then they just do their patrol movement,
Yep, which is
which
2. Boop, boop. There we go. Stays like that. So
yeah, which is just
yeah.
the pacer one.
This one here in particular has a key underneath it. So if we had wanted to open a door and we were like, yeah, we want to fight this baddie, yeah, we could have done that. But
Hashtag not worth it.
it's not worth it, so we won't be doing that. Okay, so I think that's that.
Now we have to activate pings.
Yes, that is correct.
So you're going to move the red ping up to 3 spaces or until it hits another ping or IP.
Yeah, so it's going to go 1, 2, 3, so it'll hit the green. Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Forgot to...
No, it happens. Things people are calling us. All right,
Yeah.
and so we've moved it 3. It's not on a hub, so this is looking like we don't need to roll a die, which sounds lovely. And then we need to increase.
I'm actually going to have to answer this real quickly.
Sure. Okay, so because I believe, let me just double check this, but I believe now because it didn't land on any type of hubs or anything, that we're not going to have to yeah, Jeremy, you're right. I'm gonna have to kick it or get out or run. And I mean, because to defeat monsters are kind of tricky. And I remember it's like, I think it's like, what is it, 5, 10, 15? I'll have to verify that. But, or no, I think it's 10, 15, 20 for their health. And it's hard because, like, I don't have the dice power to do it right now. I mean, technically I could. We'll take a look at that. I digress. So I could technically try and take it out or stun it. We'll see how that goes. But nothing's going to happen here, but threat does go up by 2. So if this had been on a hub, we would have rolled the dice. We're not on one, so we don't have to worry about that right now. That's a bit of an issue. I'm not going to lie to you. That's a bit nerve-wracking. Eek. Ugh. But I'll leave it to the chat. Should I run or should I take the monster on? And I think health is... They do it based on floor levels. So like if you're on floor 1, 2, and 3, I believe it's 10... Is it 5, 10, 15? I'll have to look it up. But this is where Jeremy might have to. Casing is great. It just beats machine. I know, but I like the hacker character. That's just, that's just how it's going. But remind me, Jeremy, I'll look it up here. But I think is it 10, 15, 20 for bots for health? Floor 1, 10. Floor 2, 15. I could be wrong. But I believe that's what it is. So I think the first one, to kill it, I think I need to kill it for 10, and stunning is half, which would be 5. But I guess I could get a red die. Oh, let's not talk about it. This is depressing. Yeah, that's what I thought, Jeremy. 10, 15, 20. So you're all like, what are you talking about? So all the baddies, I'm going to flip this because we finished the phase. Technically, that came down this way. Perfect. Arrows matter. Because we finished the phase, sorry, what am I saying? Because baddies don't have their health on their tokens, it kind of in the book tells you, like the first level baddies have a health of 10. So basically we need a 10 to take it out. Yeah, I see stun and run. Yeah, so if I got half of the value, which would be a 5 in this case, I could stun it and it's kind of out of commission for that round. That's what Jeremy's saying, stun and run. I can't go through it though, Jeremy. That's the problem. Although there is a safe room here, but Bit is right behind me. Oh, that's terrible.
And you can't move through Bit.
No, and I can't move through this person either. So if I run, I'd be running this way,
Well,
but
to be fair, you can well, you would just have to use a ton of movement to like basically it's like you pushing bit in front of you, move it, go, go, go. And like you'd need enough movement to move both of you through
well,
because we lose if we lose bit. So we can't sacrifice bit to the cause, you know?
this is where I need that ability push, so you can bump it forward. Do you know what I mean? Like get
Right.
it out of
But
the
you
way.
can't reroute power now. So
No, this is where I'd have to look at doing that on my next turn. Um, yeah, this would be so good because I can spend an additional AP on movement from my movement to enter a space from that person and like bump it.
right. But this is the corpse turn, right?
It's done. So I did for the this part. It's not on a hub, so we're not rolling any dice here for this.
Right.
So it moved here, but it doesn't move
Yep.
out, does it? I don't think so. I think it only moves
No,
out. No, if we're on a hub, or
correct.
or not on a hub. If we've
If there's when you roll the die,
Bruno will die. Thank
it
you.
it will push you out if you are on a branching path, so it just circles
We're
there
we're
again.
good. So yeah, so that's done, and then I
But
moved us up 2 threat. So
okay,
yep,
so technically it's my turn.
yep, and I just need you to fix your camera so we can see your board just a little bit better.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay, or just yeah, move your stuffs. There you go.
Oh, hold on. Like I need to. It's so complicated.
So the consensus in the chat is it's stun and run. But Jeremy, if I stun it, I can't get through it. So I'm wondering if I should like bump up and get when I read to route power my next turn, I could use it to bump it and then run. But that's gonna come after me. Oh god.
So I can leave the room now.
Right.
Mandy, what do we have in reserve in the group reserve?
We have a blue chip, so keypad action chip and a terminal action chip. No movement, unfortunately.
No movement. Because you're blocking the door. I can't get out.
I know, I'm sorry. Actually, no,
No,
that's
it's fine.
Bit's blocking the door. So you
But
can
I
use movement
could
to get him out of the way.
so I can just roll a ton of movement is what I think. I'm not even gonna worry about anything at this point. Um, maybe what I'll do is I'll reroute power 1, 2, 3 and buy another die. So now I have 2 yellow and 2 blue dice.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just gonna for my first action, I'm gonna in the second step of the burn cycle, I'm going to just move. And I'm
Okay.
actually gonna roll all of my dice.
Okay, so you're using that to move. Okay,
What?
got it.
Okay, so this one was a blank, so I'll get it. But then I rolled 5.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna go down 1, 2. Oh, I have the door's not
No,
open.
you'd have to open the door. So um
Ah,
yeah,
Shazbot.
so either you move bit, but then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need 7 to get him in the safe room. And he wouldn't be spotted actually. If you moved bit into the safe room,
Uh-huh.
he wouldn't be spotted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
That's fine because
6.
I
Oh,
well,
actually, he will be spotted because he'll be spotted when he hits here.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is gonna be a chase scene. Mistakes were made.
When I can't get out and now I have 5 movement and it's cheating to take it back.
I mean, you could move. Oh gosh.
Okay, well, what I'm gonna do is I'll move Bit to the left
Sure.
2 spots,
Okay. Yep.
and then I'll move me to the door for 2,
Yep.
and I think I'll just stay there.
Okay.
Uh,
You don't want to come out?
well, then I'm blocking you.
Well, I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna have to kill him or stun him or something. I'm gonna have to do something. I think I'll try and kill him because what I could do is I have 2 yellow dice. Oops.
Okay.
And then I was trying to. I was seeing if I could get a red die. Trade one of those in for a red die. I need 10 to take him out. 5 to stun. I can't move through him. I'm pretty sure I can't move through him if he's stunned. But I could also upgrade to get a push action to push him out of the way.
Yeah. Mandy, I am
Yeah.
so sorry.
Yeah. What's up?
Unfortunately, I got a message from my kid's summer camp, and he was injured at camp,
Oh
and I
no.
need to go.
Okay, so let's swing over to the next scene here. No, that's That's important. So
Oops.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
so
everybody.
sorry.
That's we're
But you know
ending a
how it
little.
goes.
Yep,
Family
but
first.
you've got your kids. No, that's definitely is more important. So I apologize everyone for the up and go, but got a little bit of seeing how the game plays. I'm so sorry. But yes, we hope that your son's okay, and
Yeah,
that's
I'm
the
sure he'll be
main
okay.
thing. And not a big deal. Maybe at another time we can try this again and we will have mastered some of the things. So thank you everybody for joining us. I'm so sorry that it's so abrupt we have to stop. We very much appreciate all of you being here, and thanks to David and Amanda for doing some moderation. That's much appreciated. If you'd like us to continue or even just kind of do another stream, please let us know, and we'll try and pop this up again at another time.
Well, and Mandy, maybe we just keep this set up. We can see if maybe we can do an impromptu like continuation of the game later on today, or timing wise over the next day or two.
Yeah, for sure. So thank you, everybody. I'm so sorry we have to cut out, but we appreciate you being here, and we will definitely see you all next time. Okay. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.
Sorry.